Hi, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Olamide, and today I'll be answering some of the questions that have been asked being an international student in the United States. Like, what is it to be a student? How is it like the living experience and all of that questions? I'll be covering them in this series. So this is gonna be like a series, and yeah, I promise to have a video every week. Please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the first question I have here is, do international students pay taxes in the United States? I remember the first time I gained admission, I was really bothered about taxes and all. So I reached out to a friend and it was like, yes, you have to pay taxes. So as an international student working in the US, you have to pay taxes. I know there are some countries where international students, or I think students, don't pay taxes. But in the US, you would have to pay taxes. Like, you have to pay taxes. So that's just like the short and the long of the story. The second question I have here is it possible to earn $1,000 per week as an international student? Wow. I okay, I don't know, but it's not possible. I mean, based on my experiences, it's not possible. Because students that work like on campus, like I work on campus. So students that work on campus, they are allowed to work 20 hours per week, and 20 hours per week, and I'm sure like the average you can earn per hour, like per hour, is, let's say, $12 or $13, depending on how generous the organization is or the department is. And you're supposed to work like 20 hours per week, so that's like $12 times 13, I'm sorry, $12 times 20 hours, and you're still gonna pay taxes. And in fact, you might not even be able to like cover the whole 20 hours, because you might have to go to classes, and you would also have to meet up with your studies, because there is certain grade you have to make as an international student, and once you go below that grade, that will be evoked. So you can make $1,000 per week as an international student. I have another question. Can I find an apartment for $500 as an international student? Sure. I mean, there are states, so it depends on the state that you are staying, like wherever you are staying. There are some places where I've heard that you get apartment for like $450 per month. But I currently stay in Utah, and I mean Salt Lake City to be precise. And in fact, if you get an apartment for 800, you should be very, very happy, because apartments are very, very expensive in Salt Lake City. So it depends on the state that you are in. I saw a video recently about somebody that is staying in, I think, Colombia, and she got an apartment for $800, and it was so amazing, guys. So it depends on where you're staying generally. So getting an apartment cheaper or expensive depends on the state that you are staying. And maybe you're staying in the city or suburban area. It really depends on the states that you're staying in. The next question I have, where can I find winter clothes for free or at low prices? Yeah, this is a very good question. Uh, there are organizations that do free drive. I know for one, my church does free winter drives, where they ask people in the church to donate used winter jackets for people that might need it. And I'm also certain that my school, in the university, we have the basic needs. Uh, we have a basic needs department that have winter jackets. So also they ask students or faculty members to donate jacket for new students or for students who might need winter clothes. Also, the international student body in my school also has this some of these um facilities where they give free winter clothes to students. But if you're not a student, or your school does not have such initiatives and you need winter jackets or winter clothes, you can check churches or religious organizations. There are thrift stores. Thrift stores also sell winter jacket at lower prices. Yeah, you really get a very good winter jacket at thrift stores, depending on the ones available to you. In Utah, we have Savers. I don't know if it's all over the US. Then in other places, we have, also in Utah, we have desserts. We call it DI. Yeah. And just check, like, just go to Google Map and type in thrift stores near me. And I'm sure, I think somebody was telling me that in the United States, I mean, sorry, United Kingdom, like in UK, I mean, like the whole of UK. I'm just using that as a generalization. So in UK, like they call it charity store or vintage store. So you can also check that out as well. So all these places have winter clothes. In fact, clothes, housewares, and also materials for cheaper prices. And yay, it's winter. There's this other question here. What is the average cost of living in the United States? Hmm. So this varies from state to state and from persons to persons. So somebody that's single is different from somebody that has a wife or that has a husband and they have children. So it varies from person to person and also depends on the state that you are in. So you have to factor in the cost of living, like you have to include the rent, the food, transportation, and all of those things. So it's very from person to person. There is no definite affordability or not. So it varies. So I can't say yes or no. No, I can't. So there is this other question is how do Americans treat Africans? Based on my personal experience, and I'm gonna answer it based on my personal experience. I've never had any bad experience with Americans. Like I've enjoyed my stay here and it's been amazing. So I don't have any bad experience or anything like that. So it's super cool being here. Yeah, I must say. So I know there are some individuals that might have had bad experiences, but I'm not one of them, and I'm not gonna speak based on other people's experience. I'm just gonna answer all of these questions and the one that I've answered earlier based on my personal experiences. So no, I have not experienced such thing, even though we have like cultural differences. I remember the first time I was no, maybe like the first second time I was in the bus and I was sitting in the bus and I realized that some people were standing whereby there's an extra seat beside me. At first I thought, okay, what was going on? And then later I realized that it's just their cultural thing, like it's just American cultural thing where they like spaces, like they like personal spaces, and they also give people personal spaces. So no bad feeling, not like that. And it's kind of strange to me because I am from Nigeria. There is nothing like personal spaces, especially in transportations. All of those, nah, there's nothing like personal space. So it was quite strange to me at first. So I think right now I need my personal spaces on bus too. So yeah, I'm used to it and I'm enjoying it. There is this other question. So what surprised you most as an international student in the United States? Hmm. This is a very deep. I think a lot of things surprised me most, like the culture shock. Let me just put it like that. So I think the culture shock I had was the fact that they can ask you anything. They can ask you anything. Like for instance, if you're like where like I am from Nigeria, you don't ask people how many weeks pregnant are you, how many weeks, like what's the gender of the baby you're giving birth to. But here, how far gone are you? What's the gender? Do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Where? And I'm like, okay. Also, there's this one that it was so funny to me. I was in the bus and like two people, two women actually, they don't know each other from anywhere. Like they literally met inside the bus and they were telling themselves deep life stuffs in the bus. One was telling the other about how many children she has, the number of grandchildren she has, how old she is. And I'm like, why? It's just something I am getting used to right now, and I don't feel offended by those questions. No, I don't, because it's part of the culture of where I am. So I have to like imbibe it. Actually, yeah, I have to like imbibe it. Yeah. So So I'll be stopping here today. Please make sure to watch my YouTube videos, subscribe to my channel, and also share to your friends. If you have any questions, please make sure to send them to me. It's them below. I'm more than willing to help you. Thank you so much. Bye.